Now this can't be right.
Spoiler warning. The most recent episode of X-Men 97 demonstrated Rogue's strength, something the Fox X-Men films never managed to do. A mutant known as Rogue has abilities that may be both a curse and a gift. As she absorbs all she touches, she is unable to control the life energy, memories, and superpowers of others. Though her gloves save her from suffocating those closest to her, there are situations in which her abilities are required. Particularly in the timeline of X-Men, the animated series, she has become extremely strong due to her ability to acquire the talents of other Marvel characters. Still, not all X-Men adaptations are adept at using Rogue. Although Anna Paquin did a good job portraying the role in Fox's X-Men movies, the franchise never gave her the chance to showcase her skills. X-Men 97's Episode 7 highlighted some of Rogue's best moments and served as a reminder of her potential for strength. When incorporating the X-Men into its reality, the MCU ought to take note of this example.
Now I know you know why I've come a-knocking.
Subscribe to Movie Spy for more twist videos. X-Men 97 Episode 7, showing off Rogue's strength. Bright Eyes. The 7th episode of X-Men 97 begins with Rogue invading an army base in order to obtain information from General Thunderbolt Ross. Ross says the building was designed to hold the Hulk, but Rogue easily goes through it.
Need I remind you that we're standing in the same place built to hold the Hulk?
She also has no trouble handling the troops, throwing tanks around as if they were nothing. When Rogue and Captain America later cross paths, they do not engage in combat, but she easily tosses his shield far away from him. Throughout the series, Rogue has made use of her flying and super strength, but her true might is shown when she destroys a facility intended for the Hulk. One of the strongest heroes in the Marvel Universe is the Hulk, and X-Men 97 suggested that she may be even more powerful than him. Captain America, meanwhile, knows he would lose in the absence of any help, so he doesn't even bother to challenge her. Humans should be glad to have her on their side, as she is a formidable mutant, and Bright Eyes demonstrated the harm she could do if she lived up to her name. Fox's X-Men films misuse Rogue, wasting her potential. The Fox X-Men movies failed to make effective use of Rogue. She played a role akin to Jubilee in the animated series and was one of the first mutants introduced in X-Men in 2000. After almost killing her boyfriend, she is terrified of her abilities and follows Wolverine to locate Professor X's school for gifted children. Rogue seeks to quit the X-Men in order to live a more normal life, but her powers are viewed more as a curse. She gives up her abilities in X-Men: The Last Stand when the mutant cure is revealed, which severely hinders the growth of her character. The only mention of Rogue in the First Class timeline was a fleeting appearance in Days of the Future Past. Because the producers were unsure of how to use her, she was never given the chance to demonstrate her abilities in the X-Men movies. Thankfully, X-Men 97 recognizes her incredible mutant abilities and provides her with some fantastic action scenes that highlight her vital role in the X-Men. I hope the MCU handles Rogue better than the Fox universe handled it. She is not, however, the only mutant that Fox mistreats. In X-Men 97, Rogue is not the only character getting justice. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine became Fox's mutant golden goose after X-Men. As a result, the mutants around him received less attention and were not fully used. One of the most well-known is Cyclops, played by James Marsden, who was slain off-screen in The Last Stand by Jean Grey. Marvel can do a better job of presenting Cyclops as the team's leader in the future because he was never given the opportunity to do it in the comics. He is shown in X-Men 97 as a capable commander who is more than just a stick in the mud. Jean Grey is another mutant who is receiving improved care. Jean is portrayed as more capable and in charge of her talents because Fox made two mistakes in her most well-known comic book plot, Dark Phoenix. Another hero, Gambit, who appeared just briefly in X-Men Origins, Wolverine, is given justice in X-Men 97. His solo movie project, which starred Channing Tatum, was cancelled. In X-Men 97 Episode 5, Gambit had an amazing heroic act, and he and Rogue are now receiving the credit they deserve.